case, but it really just sort of brings us up to date and says that they followed their understanding of what Judge Conley said. So I guess what I'm asking you, I'll ask again, substantively, what information do you think you could provide at this point at an evidentiary hearing that would be different from what was provided to Judge Conley, with the expectation that I would make a different ruling from the one that Judge Conley made?
There, since that ruling, there have been further studies or the completion of further studies with regard to the Capitol Rotunda, including an audio expert report that was not completed until the end of December.
What would that show?
I'm sorry?
What would that?
It's-
What would that show? What did that?
It would show that the, well, I have not seen the report. I know it exists. I know that it shows something to the effect of the reverberation of sound in the state capitol. I believe.
Sure, my name is Mark Sherman. I'm an attorney with the Wisconsin Department of Administration. I'll probably give you a little bit more inside the report.
I'm sorry, and your last name, sir?
Herman, H-E-R-M-A-N.
Okay, well, welcome. And yeah, the specific thing is just, if Ms. Weezy's saying they should present more evidence now, only with respect to the Wolf case.
Sure.
And somehow there's new stuff out there that's going to make me decide that case differently than Judge Conley decided it. So by way of offer proof, just briefly, what is it?
Well, if you review Judge Conley's decision, Your Honor, I think one of the things that stands out is that Judge Conley equates the Capitol Rotunda to an outdoor space, such as a park or a street, on the basis of the size of the Capitol Rotunda. What the audio expert's report will show, Your Honor, is that the reverberation qualities of the rotunda magnify sound throughout the building, such that this is not the equivalent of outdoor space. And therefore, although Judge Conley issued a preliminary injunction suggesting that a larger number, such as 20, would be appropriate before imposing a permitting standard, in fact, the sound qualities of the rotunda suggest that this is not equivalent to an outdoor space. So 20, for example, Your Honor, is the number used by the U.S. Capitol Park Service for exterior spaces. 20 is not a number that is appropriate for interior spaces.
Well, thank you, sir. Ms. Weezy, anything else that might inform us on this issue besides that?
No.
Okay. What about the point that Mr. Bach makes that words conduct and event are vague because it's difficult for a person to determine if they show up to sing, as apparently what Mr. Both did, and he goes there, and how is he supposed to know whether his showing up there will be construed by somebody as being conducting an event, focusing both on the words conducting and event? What about that?
I think in Mr. Wolf's case that it would be relied upon common sense, essentially. Mr. Wolf led the event in leading the songs. I think being in a leadership role makes some common sense that you are conducting an event.
Mr. Bach, anything further with respect to that argument?
No, Your Honor. I can't fathom what an evidentiary hearing in this matter would show relative to what occurred when Mr. Both was cited. Take issue with, I guess, the characterization of how Judge Conley saw the Capitol Rotunda. I believe he characterized it as either designated or traditional forum, but neither event, it didn't make any difference to his analysis. In finally, I'm looking at a portion of his opinion that I cited in our brief, where he states, ultimately, the court concludes that as written, the permitting requirement draws in too much expressive conduct in exchange for too little administrative benefit. That reads like a conclusion to me. I don't see any hint there that he's gonna change his mind down the line.
Anything further then, Mr. Beck?
No, thank you, Aaron.
Okay, Ms. Weezy, anything
No.
further in Mr. Ball's case? Okay, well, thank you. I think that answers the questions that I had with respect to that, and you can certainly be excused then, or you can have a seat, and we'll kind of start up at the